Welcome into Stugotz and Company, presented by FanDuel and the FanDuel Sportsbook. I am told that there is a final straw. We have arrived at a final straw situation in New York, and I love a good final straw. I am so excited for this. I have no idea what it is, but Taylor is smirking, and he's very excited about revealing the final straw in New York. There's a lot to get to. The college football playoff. The rankings were released. What do you guys think of that, by the way, real quick, before we get to the final straw in New York? What do you guys make of the college football playoff rankings?
I am so done with Miami fans. Just Miami fans in general.
I'm surprised it took you so long. I mean, Jesus.
Why are Miami fans acting like they beat Notre Dame by 30 points? They won by 3 at home.
They did, but they won. That's the point, you know?
Yes, and then since then, they've lost to 2 unranked teams.
Yeah, right. That's fair. Yeah.
They won in week 1. It was a week 1 game. It was a 3-point game. To me, it's not even a win. It's like they did do well in that game against the team that was good then. Like that's the committee has been telling us for years what they value, and then every time, and I'm not going to pick on Miami fans like you guys because I'm not there where I have to deal with this all the time. But every year the same conversation comes up, and it's like, well, if we did this and we did that. The committee has told you for years, don't lose to bad teams. That's what you can't do. You cannot lose to a bad team. And if you do, it's going to cost a lot more than if you beat a good team.
Right. Who was Notre Dame's second loss to?
A&M.
Okay, so that's a good team. Right. They lost to A&M at home. A&M, one of the top 4 seeds in the tournament. They're undefeated. But Miami's in, aren't they? Like, what are Canes fans upset about? Yeah, but they're in today. Right now, they're in. I understand things.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Okay.
The problem is how they're presenting the bracket.
Yeah.
The way they're presenting the bracket is wrong. Miami has to be seeded 1 through 10 because 11 is going to be whoever wins the ACC championship.
Got it.
12 is going to be whoever wins the G5 best championship. So they keep putting Miami in as the 11 seed, even though right now, if the season ended today, Miami's not even in the ACC championship. So Miami does still have work to do.
All right, so imagine you guys went to a college where you cared about the college football program so much that, like UM or Notre Dame or
Whoa. What are we trying to say about Fordham here? You're trying to say we don't care?
And Carolina didn't start caring until this year, and now they don't care again. I mean, they care less than they did before. It's unbelievable. Belichick has ruined that program. But if you're a Canes fan, okay, and you have beaten Notre Dame, and every week the rankings come out, and the team that you beat, who has the same amount of losses as you do, is ranked ahead of you, don't you guys think you would be upset? This is the first time I'm going to defend Mike Ryan. I mean...
Again, I go back to this is not new. This is not them picking on Miami. This isn't them doing a Notre Dame bias. This is what they've told you since they started doing the playoff rankings, that this is what we care about. If you lose to a bad team, that's far worse than it is to beat a good team. You lost to bad teams, Miami. You did. I'm sorry. That's what you did. Notre Dame didn't. They lost to good teams.
Right.
So I would get the head-to-head comparison if Miami was 1-0 and Notre Dame was 0-1.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yes, Miami has the head-to-head. They should be ahead of Notre Dame. But
right. You're saying if the season stopped right after that game,
yes,
it was over.
If the season stopped that day.
Yes. Yeah, but Mikey's saying, like, hey, Notre Dame, they beat good teams. They lost to Miami. That's the argument. It's the only argument people are trying to make. Miami beat Notre Dame. I understand it was the first game of the season, but they still beat Notre Dame. They all count the same, don't they? I guess they don't.
No, they don't. I think the committee has told you that for years. Yeah. It doesn't. They don't all count the same.
Stu, can we bring back your version of the BCS? Because I was doing my own version of the BCS yesterday.
Yeah.
And Miami was down in my personal BCS because of their YWTWSAHATLTCABB metric. You were tied with Stanford at halftime, and they lost to Carolina and Bill Belichick.
Right. Well, that's a great one. That's a great metric. It's the metric we should all use. I mean,
they lead the league in it. They lead the country in it.
Were you so proud of Taylor as he was doing that, Mikey? Hey.
It was good. It was a good one. I wish we were, still doing it. Where's Billy?
So I was reading those letters and I was like, shit, this is a lot of letters.
This is a hard. It's daunting the first time you do it. It is daunting.
No, and so we did it the first time, and it was a spectacular success. But Billy is Billy, and what Billy did was started making them longer just to annoy everyone, including the audience. I mean, it was just as long as possible because we debuted it on the show with Dan, and Dan hated it. And so when Dan hates something, Billy doubles down.
Yeah, Billy makes it better.
Yeah,
by making it worse.
Anything else for the college football playoff last night? I think it's absurd that we have a group of 5 team make the playoff. I do. It sticks out like a sore thumb. It does. I mean, all those big brands, great colleges, great football programs, and who is sitting there? Is it Tulane?
Yeah, it's Tulane. They're ranked 24 with 2 losses.
Get out of here.
The one thing I will say when it comes to the playoff is when we expanded to 12, I said, let's stop whining if you can't be a top 12 team. You're not a top 4 team. Oh, we're 5. We should be 4. We're 6. We should be 4. Okay, I get that. But if you're not top 12, I don't want to hear it. Be better.
So, Stu, I think the G5 team right now that has the most room to complain, or actually the team in college football that has the most room to complain right now, James Madison.
James Madison, absolutely.
Yeah, the Dukes.
So James Madison has only lost 1 game. They haven't lost in the Sun Belt yet. Their only loss is to Louisville, and the committee refuses to rank James Madison in the CFP rankings. And then you have a team like Tulane in front of them, and Tulane, yes, they beat Duke, they beat Northwestern, but they also lost to UTSA by over 20 points.
Right. Izzy is shaking his head over there. What's going on as he joins us here? He had his he had some problems at home with the computer. Izzy, why are you shaking your head as you listen to Taylor break this down? I am laughing that fans are upset because they're ranked behind Notre Dame and they beat Notre Dame, and I love it.
You should
I should be defending I should be okay with this because I don't like anything that is except for Gino Toretta and Mark Hochman. But Izzy, why are you shaking your head there?
I don't like anything. Well, first of all, day start. You ever have your mouse die on your computer? It's like waking up and your arms don't work. It's like, oh, I got all this stuff to do. It's right in front of me, but I can't do any of it because my mouse isn't working. So it was just
the mouse is the extension of an arm these days. You're right.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. Back in my day, you didn't have to charge your mouse. But one of the things that I did want to discuss when I jumped on the show is the college football playoff.
Yeah.
And I get on here, and the first 2 team names I hear are James Madison,
the Dukes,
and 4 letters that I don't really. Was it STAUTAS?
UTSA.
UTSA, which
Texas
sounds
San
like
University of Texas, San Antonio.
sounds more like an insurance program for veterans.
The Roadrunners.
USA.
Roadrunners.
So close. Man, if our country changed its name to USAA, wow, what a national anthem we have. But anyway, and that's what part of my issue with the college football playoff situation is like, this is what we warned everybody about, guys. When you're arguing about teams 10, 11, and 12, you lose all the oomph, you lose all the sizzle, and then all of a sudden it's just like, all right, what are we doing here? So Miami is sitting there, oh, we can get in and we can win it all. Okay. Let's be honest here. You would have to win how many games? 4 if they get in as without a bye, right? It's 4 games.
I believe it's 4 games. Yep.
Anybody believe that they can do that based on they're just arguing resumes. Oh, this game happened 3 months ago. Notre Dame shouldn't be held accountable for that. They only lost on the road by 3 points, blah, 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 at the last second. All of it doesn't matter unless this team can win it all, right? Do you guys think that Notre Dame or Miami can win it all? And if that is the case, have we diluted all of college football altogether? Because it was never the case where the 12th best team in the league, in the country, can win a national championship. So if you're telling me they can, then college football is diluted altogether. It's not as good. If you tell me they can't, then what the fuck is the point of all this? Why does it matter?
We're talking about it. That's the point. It's a television event. That's the point. It gives more teams, more fan bases, more hope deeper into the season. I guess that's the point. But your overall point is 1,000. No, your overall point is 1,000% correct. because until the 10th, 11th, 12th ranked team in the country goes on a run and plays in the championship game or wins a national championship, we are discussing absolute fucking nonsense.
And even then, Stu, put this on the poll. If the University of Miami wins a national championship with 2 losses, did they really win a national championship? Because the other teams are going to look at them and be like, bro, you guys lost to SMU and you're going to claim a championship? No way.
Gino Toretta's sitting there saying, I'd go 2 years without losing. I mean,
yeah, it used to be like, and then I saw another story on The Athletic where the headline was, should you want to or should you not want to play in your conference championship? Come on, man. It used to be where, okay, maybe I won't be one of those final 2 teams. Maybe I won't be one of those final 4 teams. But damn it, I'm going to win an SEC. Well, maybe not SEC. They always get into the final 4. I'm going to win an ACC title championship. And next year, we're going to build on that and we're going to win a championship. Now it's just like, we didn't get in at number 11 or 12. All right, I'm going to transfer. Who's got the best chance of winning? Boom, Indiana. I'm going to make them a champion. It's like, this isn't fun, is it?
That's a good question.
Stu, luckily,
fun.
Yeah, me too.
No, but it's a fair question. What is he asking is a fair question. Is this coaching changes, people leaving, this never used to be what college football was like.
No.
I mean, in the old days, it was just don't lose for as long as you can. I mean, and then let the writers determine who the national champion is.
And we don't even talk about, like, the best team in the country is probably Ohio State. How many people are talking about them? We just like, we'll get to them later when it matters for them, because we already know that they're great and they're in, and that makes it boring. That makes the best team in the country not interesting.
Winning is boring. You got to sprinkle in a loss, a bad loss. Hopefully they'll lose to Michigan.
So, Izzy, we were talking before that technically with the 11 spot going to the ACC champ and the 12 spot going to the G5 champ, Miami, yes, they did move up, but they still do have to jump into the top 10 rankings to actually make this playoffs. Luckily for Miami, you have a chance to make a statement this week. You're playing 3-7 Virginia Tech.
Right.
That's a potential loss, by the way. I mean,
like, think about that. Like, back in the day, it's like if you're playing a trash team, you just, it's unimportant. Like, it does not really matter into your resume because you have to win that game. Now it's like, hey, Miami's going to win a game against a named team. No, they're 3-7 and it sucks. And it's just like, all right, you guys want to have the Notre Dame Miami argument again? Go play each other in a bowl game. See who wins that one. Then talk your shit. But stop ruining college football.
Just for context, how bad Virginia Tech is, they fired their coach so long ago, they already have a new one.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that was smart. Maybe they just saw the writing on the wall and said, hey, we're going to have our pick of a lot of names. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. To me, and maybe this is because I'm a Gator fan and we haven't been good for a few years, but it's like, even when there was a 4-team playoff and I'm like deciding, hey, which team should get in, like, it's just a lot less teams to have to worry about. It's like, if I have to think about James Madison for a second this season, I'm out on college football.
So, Stu, the other takeaway that I had watching the CFP playoff release, the committee has to hire an actor to give off the reasons and the explanations. The committee chair is doing them no favors.
Oh, really? Because he can't act? He doesn't know how to sell it, right? Is that what you're saying? So
I believe the committee chair is Arkansas's AD, and he's getting up there and they're asking him questions.
Yeah.
Poor guy. He is sweating his ass off. Like, they didn't hire him for this.
Let me explain to you. He's not poor. Okay, he is not poor. The furthest thing from poor. But he chose to do this. He wanted to do this. We should feel bad that he's doing a bad job at doing it. And which actor do you want to hire? Because I think Jeremy Piven would be perfect.
Well, hang on. His name is, what is it? Hunter Yurachek. That's the Arkansas Razorback AD, and he is. Is he just joining the committee, or is he just being the head of the committee now?
He's just becoming the chair of the committee.
The chair of the committee. Excuse me, I didn't know the language. You know what? In the photos that I see of him, he looks very calm and relaxed and a very confident man. And then it goes to the video of yesterday and did not look the same.
He looked terrible. He looked terrible up there. So Stu, he gets up there and he says that Oregon is still getting credit for beating Penn State, even though Penn State has fallen off after that game. And then within like 2 sentences after, he says that Louisville or Virginia is getting knocked because Louisville has lost since, and now Louisville's worse. And you're like, Hunter, like I'm trying to whisper to him through the TV. I'm like, hey, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. Please
He
stop.
did the same thing with Notre Dame. It's just like, oh, we care about the quality of losses. What are their quality of losses? It's against the team we're comparing them against. It's so silly. It's like a human centipede of excuses.
I mean, it seems like classic Hunter to me. I mean, who is this guy? Get him on the show.
I still think if we're going to do it this way, it's just got to be one big reveal. That way everybody can just have their arguments in one day.
Yes, I agree. Right. But then we wouldn't be talking about it every week. And so you keep asking why we're doing this, and I keep telling you why we're doing it. And so we'll talk about it every week. And teams like yours, Florida, who will get in one year with 2 losses, then you'll be happy because you're in the college football playoff, even though you have no chance of winning.
We'll get in when we get Lane Kiffin. That's what we'll do.
Yes. Well, who was in the championship game a year ago? Who was it? Like, there were no major upsets as we went through the tournament, were there? I don't think there were.
No,
tournament.
Ohio State and
it was Ohio State beat Notre Dame.
Okay.
Notre Dame, yes.
Right. But those were 2 of the top 4 seeds headed into the tournament, right?
Yeah, in the semifinals, Notre Dame beat Penn State, and then Ohio State beat Texas.
Right. I
Yeah,
mean,
but Notre Dame didn't have a bye.
They didn't.
No, they beat
Notre Dame was the Cinderella of the group.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. But like a real Cinderella, like Izzy, I think what you're
Arizona
talking about
State would have been the Cinderella after their little run prior.
But
to
I think what
losing
Izzy is
to-
asking is why are we discussing James Madison? They have no business being in the tournament. None of those schools have any business. They stick out like a sore thumb when you look at that bracket. And until an 11 seed or a 10 seed makes a deep run and wins the NCAA championship,
And the counter to that is going to be
nothing. I mean,
the counter to that is going to be wait till they do. Okay, and then when they do, college football won't be as good. It won't be as good because they'll have 15 pretty good teams instead of the 3 or 4 or 5 teams where you look at them and you're just like, they just look different. Again, if you want to argue that this is better, if you are such a college football fan that you are diving into Tulane's record and all their opponents and like third best loss arguments, like if that's what you want to watch football for, go for it.
yeah.
So wait, you think James Madison going to Texas Tech and beating Texas Tech would be bad for college football?
I'm saying that if teams like that are actual candidates for national championships, which means there are 13, 14, 15 candidates for national championships, I think it dilutes the sport. Yes, very much so. I think you need to have teams at the top.
Those 2 teams are 4 wins away. This is what he's saying, Taylor, from winning the national championship. James Madison is 4 wins away from hoisting a trophy. And I'm with Izzy. Like, I don't want to see James Madison winning a national championship. Get out of here.
Yeah, but realistically, they're not winning a national championship.
Exactly.
It's like the NCAA tournament. Like Fairleigh Dickinson can go and beat Purdue in the first round, but then when they like that luck eventually is going to run out. So if James Madison upsets Texas Tech, and then the next week they have to play Georgia on a neutral field,
right?
Worst case scenario for you guys, Georgia just kills them, which is the most likely thing. Best case, they upset them again.
No, but that's what Israel is saying. What is the point? You're playing for the right to get destroyed by Georgia in the next round. That's all he's saying.
Yeah, but it's a perfect example is the NCAA tournament in March. Like, I want to see some fun in the beginning, but then at the end, show me Georgia, show me Alabama.
So you either want a bunch of teams in or just the cream of the crop. And what I'm saying is we've always had the Final Four right off the bat. Like, okay, you want your little upsets, you want that fun. Nobody, again, Stu, you talk about this every year. Nobody really wants a Cinderella to go all the way. They just want to make a couple of upsets, and then boom, you get to your blue bloods in the Final Four.
Yes.
NCAA football had that. They had the Final Four right off the bat, and now they're just taking the juice out of it. And it's just like, all right, top 12. And then what? The top 24. Okay. So let's just make it, half the sport makes the playoffs. And then what's the first 12 weeks about?
Right.
So your suggestion right now is go back to a 4-team playoff, and then it's Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia. So it's just
What's wrong with that?
It's just the Big Ten versus SEC Invitational.
That's fine. The rest, it's in my lifetime, it's always been, hey, not everybody can win the national championship. You find different things to play for, your conference championship, whatever the case may be, win your rivalry game, build upon that, and then come back. Hey, this year we can actually make that Final Four. We can actually make that leap. If I'm if I don't know, Mississippi State, let's just say, and I'm like, I'm trying to build a program here. Oh, James Madison made it to the top 12. I think we can definitely make it into the top 12. It's like, okay, it's just, then everybody's got a chance. And then it's just not the same. It's not the same as it was. Again, if this is what you like, then do that. That's fine. Make that argument. But we had the good stuff early on. And now it's just like, it just doesn't mean as much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I watched every single playoff game last year, and I missed all the bowl games that weren't the top 4,
right?
2 seasons prior.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
But Izzy is saying if you look at the top 4 seeds, right? So if you just went to 4 teams, it's Georgia, Ohio State, Texas A&M, and Indiana. You would not be excited for that? Like, you're getting straight to the Final Four is what he's saying. That's how we used to do it. And that's a pretty exciting Final Four. Now you have a bunch of teams in here who have a chance of mucking that up, who probably are undeserving because they have 2 losses, you know? I
don't mind a little muck. I don't mind it getting mucked up a little bit.
That's fine. I'm not trying to ruin college football for anybody. I'm just saying they might have had it figured out. And now they're just going in the wrong direction because once you go there's no turning back. Like it's only going to a bigger.
You can't contract. You're right.
Yes.
You can't take away playoff spots. You can add more, but you can't take them away.
They're going to add more, right? There's no doubt about it. They're going to add more. I mean,
unless the James Madison controversy is going to blow up to such a degree that they're going to have to go to 16 teams.
Controversy.
Meanwhile, Georgia's sitting there waiting to play with a week off, by the way. Texas Tech or fucking Tulane. That is a joke.
Well, I keep shit-talking Texas Tech like I haven't thought about Texas Tech football once.
Let me tell you something.
They might be the best team in the country.
They're not. And if the Red Raiders appear in my national championship game, guess what? I'm not watching the national championship game. How about that?
I am rooting for Texas Tech so hard now. I am rooting for Texas Tech because I feel like every week you've come in and you've done nothing but shit on Texas Tech. They've got a really good defensive line. They could play a little bit of offense. I think I want them to be good just so that you have to watch it because I'm going to call your bluff. You'll watch it. You'll watch it when they're in the national championship game.
What the hell is a Red Raider?
Right.
A Raider who wears red.
Raiders. Why are they the Red Raiders?
Taylor, what is a Red Raider?
Yes or no?
What is it?
Yes or no?
Get the hell out of my national championship game. I mean, Jesus.
It's literally the history of it is it's just the nickname for the Texas Tech University Mats team. That's it. There's no other history for the Red Raider.
Izzy, it's so fun. I don't know what I'm doing to Texas Tech here, but they could beat beat Tulane and then go on and beat Georgia and then either beat Ohio State, Oklahoma, or Notre Dame, and I still wouldn't want them in my national game. We have to get to the final straw in New York, but the final straw on this particular conversation is ESPN got exactly what it wanted, okay? We're talking about it every single week, and you're upset about it, Izzy. And Taylor and Mikey A, they love it. And you and I, we're old and we're crotchety, and we just want the 2 best teams in the country to play a fucking football game for the national championship.
They got my ass.
Yes.
Same
I've
age.
never felt older. Yes.
Same age, you two.
Izzy, you joined us a bit late. Were you aware that in New York on WFAN, now this has happened like 4,222,000 times before, but someone at that station has arrived at the final straw.
You know what's funny about this? Literally yesterday, I was thinking to myself because I heard somebody say the straw that broke the camel's back, and then 2 minutes later, I said, "Oh, somebody said that's the last straw." I said, "Wait a second, is the last straw just a lazy version of the straw that broke the camel's back, and it just evolved to that's the final straw, and we should really all be saying the straw that broke the camel's back, so we're not so damn lazy?"
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
But let's play some audio for Izzy here. This is, I think it's Sal and Tierney. Yes, they're talking about the Giants and the straw that broke the camel's back.
If I am John Mara, this is the last straw. Everybody get out. I mean, go in your office from Shane to whomever else is below him. Pack your bags and get out. I'm going with somebody who's done this before. Give me McCarthy. At this point, like I would even take Nagy And I was very quick to say no.
Yeah.
I just need a guy who's done this before. Everybody leave my building. Your time is expired. Get out.
This would be your breaking point, though?
It's the last thing. It's the last sprinkle on top of the bleep Sunday.
What is he referring to?
What they're talking about is Scattaboo showing up to the wrestling event and getting into it with one of the wrestlers while he's wearing a cast and using some sort of vehicle to prop his leg up on.
So the last straw is they didn't have somebody on staff to say, "Hey, Cam, don't do crazy shit while you're hurt." Okay, thanks. That's it. That's the last straw.
Yes, I want to play the sound again though, because I don't want to get fixated on the straw that broke the camel's back. I want to focus on how he's fixing it. Okay, how he's repairing the back. Taylor,
the straw. The camel.
The same thing stood out to both me and you, Stugotz, and it wasn't the straw.
Yes, now this is amazing. I just, Izzy, I want you to really listen to this and think about. Okay,
I'm gonna close my eyes. Okay.
There's a straw, and it's the final one. And that straw has broken a camel's back. And Giant fans are upset because Scattaboo had the audacity to go to an entertainment event. We took football away from him because football is violent, and he had the audacity with his teammates to go to a wrestling event. And because of that, someone at WFAN has arrived at final straw, and I don't want you to focus on the final straw. I want you to focus on the straw that's going to fix the New York Giants. Go ahead.
Okay.
If I am John Mara, this is the last straw. Everybody get out. I mean, go in your office from Shane to whomever else is below him. Pack your bags and get out. I'm going with somebody who's done this before. Give me McCarthy. At this point, I would even take Nagy. Yeah. And I was very quick to say no. Yeah. I just need a guy who's done this before. Everybody leave my building. Your time is expired. Get out.
This would be your breaking point, though?
It's the last thing. It's the last sprinkle on top of the bleep Sunday.
Matt Nagy.
Matt Nagy. Not the other coordinator in Kansas City, the one who has ties, who actually has a reputation of being one of the better coaches. No. Let's bring in Matt Nagy, who was horror awful in his little time as a head coach, and that's who we're going to bring in to fix it. Got it.
But he's done it before.
But he's done it
That's
terribly.
The thing. His only qualification for hiring somebody new is having done it before. You know who just did it? The current group that's in there right now. They just did it too. They have the qualifications. What kind of ridiculous request is that?
Brian Daboll has one more playoff win than Matt Nagy.
Thank you.
Adam Gase did it before twice. Go get him.
Look, I could have told you not when he was drafted. I could have told you when Cam Scattaboo was on a podium announcing to the world that he's the best running back in the country before his bowl game. I could have told you he was going to end up at a sideline in a wrestling event someday. Now, whether or not he had a attached or detached ankle is a whole nother question. But yeah, this is who that guy is. And this is the straw that broke their back?
Yep, this is the one. But listen, you have to understand this. And I have represented fans for 20 years doing this, okay? And this is how fans think. They think that you are so fortunate to be a football player and so fortunate to get paid so much money to play a game for a living that if, God forbid, you get injured playing that violent game, you should sit there in some sort of Siberian hut, okay, and just like Rocky in Rocky 4, okay, and just rehab until that fucking thing is fixed so you can get back on the field and play football again. That's how fans think, Izzy. They do not want to see an injured guy who they pay good money to go see, who they love. They want to see him get healthy. They don't want to see that guy who's injured not taking his perceived to not be taking his job that seriously because why he's got a cast on and using a scooter to get around. Okay? What are you laughing at? He's got a cast in a scooter. They don't want him at a wrestling event enjoying himself. They want him rehabbing and back on the football field ASAP. And unless they see some form of that, they're going to get mad at Scattaboo for having a good time.
So I'm curious, where from the back of your mind there, where did you get Siberian Hut? Like what image or what movie were you thinking of?
It's always
Rocky
default.
Rocky
Yeah.
IV.
Rocky IV. So it was in a Siberia. So, okay.
I don't know if it was Siberia. I know it was in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in Russia, and it was a
Russia.
hut,
It's
and he worked
Siberia.
his ass off. I mean, and that's what they want Scatterbo to do. I mean,
No, they don't. Because if he was out there in a Siberian hut somewhere, they'd be like, "What are you doing out there? There's bears over there. You can't be. Oh, get back into the medicine." I mean, it's just ridiculous.
wait, so he can't win? He can't even do it that way? He has to go to a run-of-the-mill rehab center?
The only thing he can show on media is him getting treatment or running on a treadmill. That's it.
Izzy, the Siberia thing is one of his crutches because when we were in Tahoe, he kept saying Josh Allen is here and Patrick Mahomes is training somewhere, taking it serious in Siberia, and I had to keep elbowing him.
He was in that hut.
I had to keep elbowing and being like, Stu, promote this tournament, Stop saying that the better guys aren't here.
Right, yeah. Josh Allen had 6 touchdowns last week.
The amount of private planes he has flying in and out of Siberia constantly for guys doing rehab is astronomical.
Change it up every once in a while. Send him to Bolivia, Stu. Come on.
But don't you think if Scatterbo sent video out on his social media of him running through the snow, of him just in a Siberian hut, that everyone would fall more in love with Scatterbo than they already are? I mean, think about it. It's a better optics are better than him at a wrestling match. I mean,
He was at a wrestling match being Cam Scatterbo at Madison Square Garden. I'm pretty sure New Yorkers that, aren't those people that you were talking about were pretty amped to see him there. That's our guy.
not
Stu,
Brandon
in New York doing his thing.
You think New Yorkers are more upset that he's taking part in a fake wrestling match, and they'd be happier if he was out in Siberia potentially wrestling real bears?
yeah, he's alone. He's working out. He's rehabbing. He's thinking.
But you didn't hear me. He's not alone. Real bears everywhere.
So I don't watch WWE. So I was like, let me see what all this commotion is about Cam Scatterbo there. I thought I was going to see him like on the turnbuckle doing like frog splashes and like backflips off people. He's standing behind a barricade and they just shove each other a couple of times and that's it.
Right.
And never
Professional
mind
fake fighters.
Right.
that if I had just spent, I don't know, even half an hour staring at my detached foot on the ground, I'm saying, you know what? Now's the time to enjoy this money. If they tell you that this is what the money is for because I have to just survive my foot potentially being detached from my body, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my downtime. Shut up, Giants.
I'm going to go to Siberia. I mean,
There you go. Sounds like a lovely place.
Stugotz here. It's NBA tip-off week, and FanDuel is your home for live betting. Listen, support the people that support this show, and no one has supported us more than our friends at FanDuel. So even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. That's $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Must be 21 and older and present in select states or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY New York.
Time now for a sports update on a podcast. Jamar Chase suspension, it was upheld. The Bengals wide receiver is going to be sitting versus the Patriots for spitting on Jalen Ramsey. Lakers scored 140 in a win over the Jazz in LeBron's return. And finally, Hawaiian pizza was actually created in Canada. How about that, Izzy? I mean, 140. LeBron is back. Huh?
You know what, Stu? Normally I wouldn't get into people's business, but that looks like a scratch-off ticket that you're sort of flipping around there in your hand. And again, I normally wouldn't ask these questions, but I have a weird feeling that that's how you're trying to fund payroll. So I'm just inquiring here. What is that for?
I got a couple of days till 2 weeks is up. I got to pay Taylor, so I have the I have the $500,000 cash blowout scratch-off ticket. I love a good scratch-off.
Congrats, Taylor. Potentially $500,000. I didn't even know you were on that level. We want to do this on the air, or?
Oh, you want me to do? I was just holding them because listen. I like to play the lottery once in a while. And if the Powerball gets to a certain level,
oh boy,
and it is, I think it's above.
What a podcast we're going to have if that happens.
Wait, so are you asking me to scratch this off right now?
Yeah.
Because I will scratch it off. If we win, I will give you guys a piece, okay?
Wait, now
Taylor,
it's we? I thought this was all for Taylor.
Well, Taylor will get his paycheck, okay? And then you and I will split the rest, okay, is it?
Okay, well, I don't know what Taylor's paycheck is, but I like those numbers just based on my guess.
When you do scratch-off tickets and you scratch off your number, I have two here. I'll only do one. Okay? But you love, like Taylor, I know you love this. I have to put on my glasses to see this. Why? Because I'm old. But Taylor, you love getting a good number 23, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
so this is one of those
56,
match game
99. Ones. I mean, give me a little Gretzky, a little LT, a little Michael.
Yeah. Don't go all the way up to 99.
Yeah. By the way, as I'm scratching off here, I do have Taylor has a circlet game. Taylor also has a surprising NFL stat that we'll get to towards the end.
Are you going with a nickel to scratch off there?
Yeah, is that bad? Is it bad?
No, actually, see, it's a great point here on these scratch off tickets. I hate doing it with like a dime or anything that has like that ridged edge. I don't like that. I need it to be kind of smooth because if it's making an annoying sound while I'm scratching it off, I don't like it.
All right, so
with the nickel,
I'm with you. Right, you need like greater surface area, right?
Yeah, and smooth, so it does. Right. It's not like nails on a chalkboard. But so Taylor has a circlet game. Should we get to that while you're scratching off, and you just give us updates in between?
We can get to the circlet game. I'm still laughing at Matt Nagy being the savior in New York.
Okay,
I've been thinking a lot about the NFL Cup as well. We'll get to that in just a second. But Taylor does have a. He does have a circlet game here.
So those who
Taylor, why don't you do that? Would you guys like to know our winning numbers here?
Yes.
Okay. This doesn't mean we win. It just means these are the numbers we need to match up with the other numbers. We have a 41, a 21, a 22, a 49, a 24, a 31, a 4, a 40, a 32, and a 42.
Ooh, a nice little shack in there right toward the end. I like that.
So I don't want to make this more complicated technically, but if I could, I would like to see where Stu is scratching because I wouldn't put it past him to scratch off a winning ticket and then swap a losing ticket out because we can't see where he scratches.
As soon as he said I'm only going to do one, I was a little nervous because if the other one's a winner, then come on, Stu.
I'm not going to hold up my end of the deal if the other one wins and I do it later when you guys aren't watching.
I would think you'd probably say that wasn't part of the deal. It wasn't necessarily you not holding up your end of the deal.
All right. Number one was 52. That was my first number. I have a 52, 57, 46. We have 1-0 yet. Okay. I'm doing it right in front of you guys. You think I'm trying to do something nefarious? I'm doing it with glasses on. Come on.
We also think you might just see it wrong and just accidentally throw away $500,000.
I'm certain that's happened before.
Stu, you can't ask, do you think I'm doing something nefarious?
You're right. Put it on the poll. Can Stugotz ask, hey, do you think I'm doing something nefarious?
Even if he's wearing glasses.
We'll get to the circlet game. First row, 52, 57, 46, 64, 55. Nothing. Losers.
So this is like a bingo thing? Is that what the first thing is a call card and then you have to hit like a line or something?
It's a cash blowout. So you get a set of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 numbers. We have 10 numbers, and then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get like 60 chances to match one of those numbers.
Just one of the numbers. Turn the card around again. Let me see the front of it. You only have to match one of those numbers. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Izzy, I love
Classic cash blowout.
I love how he said it's a cash blowout. Like he asked us, what's 2 plus 2?
A cash blowout. Come on, guys.
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Classic lottery.
56, 54, 36, 35, 59. We're 0 for 2 rows. I'll keep going. What's the circle of game here?
Call this episode Numbers.
See with glasses on is funny. You have a circle of game, Taylor?
Yep. So this, you can't circle it the week of the game. Huge distinction. If you're circling the week of the game, already too late. And this is the worst week in the college football season because all the big schools are practically getting ready for their rivalry week.
Bad week. Texas A&M is playing Samford. What is that?
So my circle game next week is the Iron Bowl. Auburn, Alabama. Auburn this week plays Mercer. If they beat Mercer, they're probably like a 40-point favorite on FanDuel. If they beat Mercer, they'll get to 5 wins. If Alabama beats Eastern Illinois, which again, they're probably a 50-point favorite, Alabama will be inside the top 10 before the college football playoff ranking. So 2 cupcakes. That means when they play final week of the season, the Iron Bowl at Auburn, bowl eligibility on the line for Auburn, a conference title game appearance, and a playoff appearance on the line for Alabama. Wow. Go ahead and circle it.
Well, see,
I have.
Bowl eligibility. Those words used to matter. Now it's like, is that a bit, Taylor? I'm not even sure.
No matches yet.
Okay, so if we're circling things way ahead of time, can I circle a game and make it like a potential prediction with it?
Yep.
It's in the NBA, just as a warning.
Sure.
Okay, so there's a game. I want to say it's on January 29th. It's between the Detroit Pistons and the Houston Rockets. And it's a circle it game for me because it's the Twins, right? It's a SAR versus a men. But I'm making it a circle it game because that could be a finals preview. Look at the standings and look how many games the Detroit Pistons have won in a row. And then look at the numbers in terms of the Rockets. They lost a couple games where they maybe shouldn't have lost, but their metrics, the net rating and everything else, they are clearly one of the best teams. And it would be wild if we get a Thompson versus Thompson final this soon. So I'm already angling to be sent to Detroit on the company dime. You might want to get a couple more lottery tickets there, Stu, to a Thompson versus Thompson game in Detroit in January. Circle that one.
All right.
And then fund it.
Stu, I'm going to shock you here. Pistons, 11 straight wins.
What?
And Taylor, you knew that was going to work, even though I just said it. You knew he wasn't listening when I said 11 straight.
I was scratching.
So where are we on the scratch off?
We have a match.
Oh, boy. Now, wait, is it just one match or you can match multiple and then you total up the winnings?
You can match up, all of them can match.
Okay.
Okay. I do have a match. It was the 24. We won $2.
All right.
Wow.
I spent 50 on this fucking thing.
You did not spend $50 on that.
Yes, I did. Look, man. See that?
What?
$50 scratch.
How does a $50 ticket even offer a $2 prize?
Well, now it's been, now it's $48. How about that?
You might want to look at that again. There's probably a few more $2 that you hit. That might be a $10 ticket.
Wait, you're thinking I won $200,000?
No, I'm thinking you won maybe 10.
Oh my God. We'll get to the surprising stat. What has happened here with Jamar Chase and Jalen Carter, Taylor? Is there any update on that?
No, I just think it's ironic that everybody that gets suspended for spitting this year, JCs.
JCs that don't actually go by JC, just happen to be JCs.
Yes. Well, it's led me to come up with while I was scratching off my ticket, I did also jot down my top 5 JCs of all time.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
By the way, the game's January 23rd, if you want to put that on your calendar, Wiener.
Okay. What date did you say it was originally?
I said 29th. That was off by 6
It
days.
can't be a circle game and you don't know the date.
You know. It's more than a
Now I
month away.
circled the 29th. There's nothing to watch on the 29th. I can't erase the circle. It's already circled to pen.
All right. Well, I'll pick another game for the 29th, and we can circle that one as well. But now go ahead and circle January 23rd. Also, your flashlight's on, man. How old
The
are you?
glasses weren't enough. Oh, my God. Do you want my top 5 JCs? I don't even know how we got here. I don't know where I am right now. I don't know. And I think it's $20,000.
Wait a second. Taylor doesn't get all of that.
It's a big difference.
The leftover for you is.
A little sprinkle.
Where's my list here? Okay, these are my top 5 JCs. Okay.
Okay.
Number 5, Jose Canseco.
Oh, JC. Hey, when you think of a JC, you think of Jose Canseco. Old Jose.
Yes. I don't think he ever referred to himself as JC.
Yeah.
Right?
Would you consider Jose Canseco a friend of the show?
There was a time towards the beginning, yes, where he was a friend of our show. He would come on fairly regularly. Yes. Yeah. Friend of the show. And then he became an enemy of the show somehow, which is just the way we roll. Number 4. I get him on, they're friends. 2 weeks later, they hate me. Not because of anything I did. Number 4, JC Watts. Is it JC Watts? I hope it's JC Watts.
Who the hell is JC Watts?
I believe he played like at Oklahoma and is now a congressman or something.
Yeah. Former United States Representative JC Watts. Okay.
There you go.
Watts.
Right. Watts. Number 3, Jamar Chase.
Wow.
Does not go
JC.
by JC.
Right. Number 2, JC Penny.
And see, there's a JC. Wow.
As if this segment couldn't get any older.
Wow. Is it weird that I just smelled the JC Penny as soon as you said that? It's just, yeah, it's just got a very distinct odor. Wow. Sorry.
And
it took me
number
back.
1, my man, Jesus Christ. Would it turn that spit into wine? I mean,
Sparkling wine. A few bubbles.
what are we doing? Stugotz here for Omaha Steaks. You know how every year you swear you're going to get ahead on holiday gifting, and then suddenly it's December 18th, and you are staring at the candle aisle in full panic mode. I was that person until someone sent me Omaha Steaks one year. Game changer. I remember opening that freezer box like it was Christmas morning. From holiday hosting to unforgettable gifts, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. You can gift family and friends USDA certified tender steaks, juicy burgers, cozy comfort meals, so much good stuff. And right now, during their Sizzle All the Way sale, and I love a good Sizzle All the Way sale, you can get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $35 off with promo code COMPANY at checkout. That is company, all capitalized, COMPANY, for those of you who don't know how to spell company. And I'm telling you from experience, this isn't just good steak. This is great steak. This is steak you literally can't mess up. If I could do it, anyone could do it. The first time I cooked their filet mignons, I salted them, seared them in a cast iron pan, and finished them in the oven. Absolutely amazing, delicious, and so easy. Holiday magic made easy. Orders placed by 6 p.m. Eastern, shipped same day. Plus, 5 generations of family expertise. Omaha Steaks has been America's original butcher since 1917. Save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code COMPANY at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. That's omahasteaks.com, code COMPANY. Izzy, I've been thinking a lot about the we discussed it yesterday, the NFL Cup.
Wait. before you go on. The NFL Cup is something that we created that is basically not the playoff teams. Every team that does not make the playoffs, because there are some spicy teams that are currently not in the playoff picture, you play a tournament on that side, call it the NFL Cup. I don't think we decided what we do with the winner, right? Is it just a winner, or does the winner of the NFL Cup play the Super Bowl winner? That's TBD, but that was the NFL Cup.
Thank you for being a professional.
You're welcome.
I was hoping I didn't have to explain it, but I do. I'm going to have to explain it, right?
Yes, it takes a true professional to explain a made-up tournament in the NFL that is never going to happen.
Right. You're like Michael Jordan. You never know, like, if people are listening for the first time, right? That's why you play all 82 of them.
That's why I play all 82 and explain the NFL Cup.
That would have been good if we were getting to Steve Kerr right now and your thoughts on him.
Ooh, Taylor, Steve Kerr. That would be a good NBA guest. Write that one down.
I have his number.
So do I.
Are you going to ask him?
No. Taylor, get on it.
Do you want to go to Steve Kerr right now? Your thoughts on Steve Kerr, or do you want to go to the NFL Cup?
Let's stay with the NFL Cup. We don't want to lose people. I just explained it to them. They're going to get confused if we move on.
It would have been a waste of an explanation. You're right.
Yeah.
So with the NFL Cup, the reason I think there's actually, and I'm being serious here, okay? If you take the top 4 non-playoff teams, okay? Just hear me out here, Izzy.
Okay, listen.
And they're playing in the real postseason. Okay?
That's the nickname. All right.
I guess so. But that would be the argument for people like me. If you keep showing up in that tournament, I would eventually I would say, hey, do it in the real playoffs.
Do it for the bowl.
Yes. But what you're doing here, okay? Now, what started off as a joke, I am now taking seriously, because your top 4 seeds, if you do this, they get, depending on how it, depending on the outcomes of these games and who wins, they get the top 4 picks in the NFL draft. So if you finish last, okay, you are guaranteed to pick no higher than number 5. So what it does is it eliminates tanking, I believe, okay? It rewards the teams who are actually trying to make it to the playoffs, okay, but just came up a little bit short, right? And so that's what you do. You have the top 4 teams. In this year's case, it would be the Lions, it would be the Ravens, it would be the Houston Texans, and I believe the Kansas City Chiefs. What a fucking 4.
So how is this different? So you thinking about the NFL Cup is just explaining it again? How is this different than what we talked about yesterday?
Well, now I'm taking it seriously.
Okay. Now we're taking it serious.
So you have more teams trying later in the season because they want to get into that tournament of 4 to try to get the first overall pick. You have certain guys like Jared Goff saying, hey, my contract says 17 games. If I make the playoffs, I play in the playoffs. I'm not playing in this. I could get hurt. But if you want me to play and we win, hey, Detroit, you're going to draft this wide receiver number 1 overall. There's negotiating going on behind the scenes, and I have a name for the trophy.
Okay.
The Lamar D Trophy. Lamarty. You get the hoist of Lamarty.
All right, look.
It's a good idea.
I'm not saying I hate the idea.
Thank you.
In fact, I think it makes all the sense in the world, and this is how I've been thinking about it.
How about the Lamarty, though?
I'll get there. It makes all the sense in the world to have all of the football postseason brought to you by Chunky Soup. Do you win the cup or the bowl?
Right.
It's a cup or a bowl of soup, right?
Yes.
The cup, not as impressive. The bowl, more impressive. You graduate from the cup to the bowl, brought to you by Chunky Soup. But where you lose me with the draft picks is, if I'm a free agent playing for the Detroit Lions, why the hell do I care if the Detroit Lions, who I probably won't play for next year, get 4 draft picks? In fact, I might be tanking when I'm playing against the Washington Commanders because I think I'm going to be on their team next year.
Well, good riddance. I mean, seriously, if you don't want to play in the game, just get out of here. We only need the quarterbacks. I mean, you could sign a wide receiver off the street for all I care. Just give me Goff, Mahomes, and fucking Lamar Jackson. That's all I need. I don't care. And those guys are signed long term. They have security, and they probably want the number 1 pick so they can use them on a wide receiver to replace the wide receiver who's afraid to play. How about that?
So you really didn't like the Chunky Soup thing?
I did like
Cup or a bowl?
The Lombardi.
I just can't get over the fact Izzy backing you up and being like, you know what? I actually do think this is a great idea. 20 or so minutes before saying, hey, college football playoffs, less games, please.
Yes. Listen, I don't want to learn about James Madison University's football team. I already know everything I need to know about Kansas City. Plug and play, baby. Put them in that postseason. Let's play for the cup.
He got you, Izzy.
No, he didn't. Two completely different games.
Taylor, put it on the poll. Which trophy would you rather hoist? The Lombardi trophy or the Lombardi trophy?
Also, put this on the poll. Which trophy are you in the mood for? A cup or a bowl?
You're upset I didn't react better to that, aren't you? I got a lot of things going on. There's top 5. There's JCs. I got scratch-off tickets. I got the fucking NFL Cup. I mean, there's a lot happening. College football, playoffs.
I'm going to need you to scratch that other tickets, too.
Okay, well, there was a final.
I'm looking at Taylor. Taylor's looking at that ticket. I don't think he trusts you. We're going to have to scratch that other one. And when you're done, please show them both on camera.
I will. Taylor has a surprising NFL stat here for us that I'm excited to get to. Let's get to it actually right now, Taylor, if you don't mind, because I have too many things happening right now. This is not good for my ADD. Okay, this is bad. It was a bad idea scratching off the ticket. It was.
Well, you can take one thing off your list of things to do today while you're scratching that off. It's fine. You don't have to watch Heat Warriors tonight because it sounds like the Warriors are just going to do everything possible to not play anybody. Jimmy Butler, all of a sudden, we'll see how I wake up tomorrow. Steph Curry, I got a little tickle in my throat. Like, they're probably not going to play second leg of a back-to-back. They just lost in Orlando. Don't need to worry about that.
Well, I mean, they're not playing. We're 10 games into the season.
Exactly. It's so stupid. Like, why would you take away that level of drama just for the audience? But we'll see. If Jimmy Butler does play, then, I'll swallow all these words. But I have a feeling they're going to do that thing where they're just like, we're not going to play these guys second night of a back-to-back.
What was Steve Kerr? You sent us a story about Steve Kerr and something that he said that upset me.
It upset you. Like, it feels like he was setting up for this too, right? Because he was basically saying that the increased pace of play could lead to injuries, and he's looking at a bunch of guys that have like soft tissue injuries and saying that the pace of play is the reason for that. I would argue it's the beginning of the season and guys' bodies are getting adjusted. But I did actually have that thought, and I think I might have mentioned it while I was talking about the Heat in some capacity. But when you're playing that fast and you're moving up and down the floor that often, and, as a team like Miami, who prides itself in playing as many games as possible for their players, like, that is the threat. That is the possibility that you're going to get hurt. But to play this game that you're going to sit guys because of the pace of play, and like, look, you can get hurt within any one game because of that pace of play. Like, I think even something like Bam Adebayo's injury, which is just kind of like a quick, movement, and it just kind of sprained his big toe, that can happen regardless of what pace you're playing at. And I think it's just, it's a combination of, pointing out to people, hey, this might happen because of the pace of play, but really it's just him setting up to rest his veterans. Because if he had a group of, a bunch of 23-year-olds, he wouldn't be saying, oh, the pace is too fast, these guys are going to get hurt. He would be saying, run, run, run. You're young. You can do this all day.
So this is a crutch and excuse for Steve Kerr to sit some of his veteran stars, essentially.
Steve has gotten to the point where he is he's been in with them only, it feels like forever because he won championships right off the bat, but he's only been with them for like 11, 12 years. But he is one of the grandest voices in basketball. So when he says something, everybody's like, hey, maybe we should look into this. And it's just, he is now Phil Jackson. He is now the Zen master, the current Zen master of the NBA. And so, people are going to say, hey, he's got a point there, but really he's just being Phil Jackson and setting up because he's got a veteran group.
He did it with a team that Mark Jackson built, but that's besides the point. He gets no credit for it. I mean, he does. He stepped into a great situation.
He gets no credit for it, but 1 out of every 5 people you bring it up say exactly what you just said. So, he gets plenty of credit. And ask the player who's
20% of the time he does. I mean,
ask the players on that team. They'd tell you we wouldn't get anywhere doing what Mark Jackson was doing because he was just playing a bunch of isolation ball.
Izzy, I understand wanting to keep the stars healthy. I understand wanting to have the stars available to you at the right times of the season, okay? But you are playing sports. I don't care about pace of play. I don't care about any of it, okay? I don't care if you play 82 games, you play 22 games. I don't care if you play one game. If you're playing a sport at that level in particular, there's a chance you're going to get injured. Like, what are we doing? Why are we trying? I get that you want them to be healthy for the biggest moments of the season. But you have to play the entire season. And if someone gets hurt, they get hurt. What can you do? It's sports.
If you are telling me that there's no way to control when somebody, like the pace, when somebody is playing this fast, I have to play this fast. Or you're saying I have to teach my team to play this fast because it's the only way you can win in the NBA. Okay, then continue down that evolution pattern. And what does that mean? Probably play more players, right?
Right.
If you're going to play fast, just play 11 guys, play 12 guys. So that don't sit your guys for the entire time. Or if you are, Steve Kerr is a great example of this, a great coach, you can slow the pace down. If your team is a slower team, now I'm not saying the Warriors are, which is why I'm saying he's complaining about a necessary evil. You have to play fast in order to win in this league. But if you are convinced that, hey, maybe you don't, and in the playoffs, everything slows down, then slow down the pace. Slow it down for your team. Be the better team that dictates pace so you don't have to play that fast.
I love the idea of Kerr calling a timeout and blasting his team for playing too fast.
Slow down.
3-on-1 fast break. Slow down, everyone.
Which is funny because a veteran team like that is the team that you can play fast because you know each other. You have the chemistry. The young team that wants to play fast, they're the ones that you have to yell, hey, guys, slow down. And it's these old guys that you have to say, hey, pick up the pace.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an idea. No bad ideas. So let's just talk this one out, maybe.
Different podcast.
That is a different podcast, true. Mm-hmm. Rest roulette. Ooh. You play an entire week. Whoever does the best that week gets more spots on the rest roulette. And then Adam Silver spins a wheel. Whatever team it lands on gets the next 2 games off, free wins.
Wow. And you don't have to take them, but you can take them. And you got to further that a little bit. Like if it's a home game and the tickets are a little cheaper, right? Drop prices on the tickets. But I love that. I'm talking about a made-for-TV event. Adam Silver spinning a big wheel? Come on.
You could not believe you're agreeing with this.
Oh, not only do I agree with this, I think the little pointer, that like tick, 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 it should be some sort of cartoon version of Adam Silver's head.
Right.
And just it lands, flip, 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 and it lets, the Golden State Warriors, they get 2 days of rest if you want to.
Wait, so explain this again, please, Taylor. Rest roulettes, okay? So what exactly is it? What happens?
So you're incentivizing teams to win during the week. So the more you win during the week, the more spots you have on the rest roulette wheel. And then you spin the wheel, and whatever team it lands on, then they get free wins, and they can rest their guys.
Oh, really? So they don't have to play the games; they just get W's.
Wins. See that? I thought it was different. I thought you can rest without getting fined.
I'll talk it out.
Okay, we're talking it out because the Cleveland Cavaliers.
We're spitballing.
Three podcasts in one. The Cleveland Cavaliers got fined $100,000 for resting Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell.
Stuff you should know.
Donovan Mitchell, of course, was in Louisville watching his alma mater play. And so they got fined $100,000. But they won the game that they rested their 2 guys, and they lost the game where the guys. So they basically paid $100,000 so that their bench mob can win a game for them. So
everything backfired.
Yeah. And so in Taylor's scenario, what I'm saying is Taylor's scenario, you're saying you get the wins. No, I'm saying you get the rest opportunities without getting fined, and you can save your guys. You know what I'm saying? Play hard now so that you don't have to play 2 games from now, and we can rest you for the playoffs. Does that make sense?
Yeah. How about we play
rest
all
roulette, right?
Well, R&R. Yeah, right. I mean, how about all 82? 82 nights a year. I mean, the NBA asks you to fucking work. The fans ask you to work. They work 365 days a year. You work 82 fucking nights a year, and it's for 37 minutes per night if we're lucky. I mean, get the hell out of here. Pace of play, how many games we should play. Play all 82. How does that sound?
I would
Because you
give
know what you
Stugotz.
have to do the other 260 some odd days of the year? Fucking nothing. You sit on your ass and you spend all the fucking money that the NBA overpaid you for playing 14 fucking basketball games a year. I am so tired of the NBA player, and I'm tired of Steve Kerr. I am.
Wow.
Enough of Kerr. Enough. I'll try to get him on next week. We'll discuss it. Ace of play.
I love that. You know what? The fans don't get enough credit. Stu's 100% right. 365 days a year, fans are working. Okay.
Yes.
Christmas, fans are working. Thanksgiving, fans are working. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, fans are working.
Right.
They don't take days off.
No,
Right.
I mean, is the carpenter figuring out the pace at which he should fix someone's fucking shelf? No, the shelf is broken. They call him. He comes middle of the night and he fixes the fucking shelf. He doesn't worry about how quickly he's hammering the hammer. Don't worry about
My
pace
elbow.
of hammer. He doesn't worry about anything. Okay, he just comes and he does the job. And if the hammer hits his finger and he's got a bruised fucking nail, he's got a bruised nail. Perhaps he breaks a finger. But you know what he doesn't do? He doesn't pass up on the next job. He goes to the next job with a cast on that finger and he does the job. 365 days a year, and we're trying to figure out how to keep guys healthy 82 nights a year with pace of play. Oh, I'm worried. Draymond Green's going to get hurt if he runs too fast.
Taylor, put it on the poll. Are carpenters concerned about pace of hammer?
Thank you, Carpenters.
Thank you. Top 5 JC.
Jesus.
Carpenter.
I want to hear about the plight of the NBA player. I mean, try teaching. Do something. Save a whale. What is happening?
Oh, God, Stu, I would love it. I would fucking love it if there's a big sign at the Heat fucking Warriors game today and it says, "Hey, Steve Kerr, save a whale!" Exclamation point.
Ace of play. Sports, guys are going to get hurt. All right, we have to get to this. I teased it 15 times and 15 minutes ago. Taylor's surprising NFL stat. What do you have, Taylor?
So I was looking up stats, just perusing stats. The most receiving yards in the second half of games this season. Can you guys guess what player has the most receiving yards?
Where the hell did you find that stat? You're just perusing stats. Oh, look over there. Second half receiving yards.
Yeah, stats.com is where he got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So mostly I was trying to think of what receivers do you want in big time moments. So then that got me looking what receivers have the most yards in second half of games this season. Any guesses?
Most yards in second halves of games. I'm just going to say Jamar Chase because he's got a lot of catches.
I'm going to say Njigba. How about that?
Just
Because I'm so proud I could pronounce
Just
his name.
because you can.
Yes.
So Jackson Smith and Jigba is close. He's third on this list. This is why it's a surprising stat. Christian McCaffrey, 482 yards in second halves of games this season. Second, Jamar Chase, 481 yards.
He's within spitting distance.